Pennsylvania hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So Ohio State will have some work to do after that short return. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for the corner on the jet sweep. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Paul.
Those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Reading the option, it's Howard. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
The Buckeyes are on the move. From the gun, running back on the move.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Makes the catch. It's Judkins.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line needs to assert themselves, run block what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Howard. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
3rd down play from the gun. Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium. Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. It's a draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to turn the corner on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know this defense was practicing and game planning for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Howard. He looks that one in nicely. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Give to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down.
Sure, that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Looking for a man. It's Allard. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
And the Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
And the Buckeyes in the hurry up. Off the RPO, complete.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Using his feet. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Howard. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And it's no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To throw, it's Howard. Makes the grab down the middle. Oh, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's reeled in. It's Scott. Action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
The Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. Catch in the middle. It's Ibuka. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yep.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Second down now after the sack. Wide out in motion. Dropping back, it's Howard. He's right on target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Trying play action. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's looking downfield to throw, using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that you want to see on the field. You want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
And I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Getting some heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the...
I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Howard. Makes his connection. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fast motion from the offense. Running back searching for a hole. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, that's why this guy's one of the best receivers in the country. Even when he's double covered, he's open. He's able to make the catch and get the first down.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? That's caught. It's Fleming. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking for space. It's Henderson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. Wants to throw. It's Aller. He's going up top. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half. get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. He wants to throw. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Got his man. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Fires downfield. Makes a connection. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. At the 20, he's got space. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going in.
pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now, trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. They make the stop of this running game, moves the chains as they get the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He makes the connection. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
To the air, it's Howard. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field.
They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Off play action on first down. Got a man. It's Warren. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
They'll run it from the gun. Fakes his man out. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah,
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
They ran it on first down, now on 2nd. He'll do it himself. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Running it back, it's Saunders. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Sends it downfield. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
He'll try to pop the draw.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got him downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the...
Looking to throw, it's Allard. He caught it. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Movement here from the tight end. Trying to surge it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
It's just so nice to have a signal call who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. He marched 78 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here from the offense. Gonna run it. It's Judkins.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Looking to pass. It's Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He'll take the deep shot. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Finds his tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. Off play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper shows how dangerous this passing game can be. 89 yards on the scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Using his legs, it's Singleton. On the move at the 30. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Second and 10 after the previous play. Back to pass, it's Allard. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Snagged in the middle, it's Scott. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide receiver shows motion. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds his man, it's Tate. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Holds and fires complete to the right. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Tate. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Still running at the 40. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Trying to burn this defensive back. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Allen. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Power football with the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ibuka.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Ibuka.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. You got an arm like this and you can just boom, put it on a line. It's really nice to have.
The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. He's going to pass on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tate. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Howard. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Got it behind the line. It's Wallace. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Aller. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Right back to the well. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Caught close to the marker, it's Scott. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State!
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now.
Momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback extends the play. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available, scramble, give me an easy 1st down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. On the move, it's Judkins. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Trying to get to him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. They'll try to really get into this one. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
To the air, it's Aller. He's got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. The Nittany Lions get enough for the first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
And the Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Feeling some heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Back to pass, it's Howard. Throws to the back. Got it on the run. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you got a QB with this kind of arm talent, receivers with this kind of speed, they are going to be difficult to stop. They have been up and down the field. They've almost got 450 passing yards now.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. All knotted up and just a little bit of time left in regulation. Caught over the middle. It's Ibuka. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Looking to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Henderson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And that is a big one. Not content to go to overtime. They're going to try to get into position to win it here.
Great execution there on that throw by the QB and his intended target. Keeping this drive going, getting chunks of yards, trying to get themselves in position to win.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Caught near the sideline, it's Henderson. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. They just can't seem to cover this guy. He keeps getting open, even when he's running out of space on the sideline.
Yeah, running out of space, they're still going to feature him. They see the matchup, and look at the balance and the coordination and just knowing where I'm out on the field to get the feet inbounds and secure the catch. What a play and what a day for this young man.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Scanning the field, it's Howard. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The holder will find a spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in. Puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner goes down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Comes out throwing on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one.